What is up, dudes? Lady dudes, welcome back to Just Nuts, guys. Today, I'm doing my own talk about the Fire Fist support that we'll be getting in less than 2 weeks now, which I'm super pumped about. While I was away for a week, these cards did get revealed. Pretty much the entire Fist of the Gadget set got revealed. Chris, my good friend, made a video for me. So I know it wasn't the regular, it wasn't exactly the same as what you usually get, but definitely huge shout out to him because he's the man just for doing that for me, because I let him know, like, if any huge news comes out, I need you to step in, and he did, and so thanks to him for that. But at the same time, Chris isn't super interested in Fire Fist. I'm super interested in Fire Fist, so I still want to talk about and give my thoughts on it. I'm just excited. Like, I want to talk about it, so let's do it. We'll start with the monsters, right? We'll start with Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Ram. This is a level 3 Fire Beast Warrior effect. I'm not even going to say that anymore. I'm just going to say whether they're level 3 or 4 or whatever. 800 attack, 200 defense. When this card is normal summoned, you can discard any card, then target one Fire Formation spell or trap card you control, set a Fire Formation spell or trap card with a different name directly from the deck, and then if this card is special summoned by the effect of a Fire Fist monster, you can set a Fire Formation spell or trap card directly from your deck with a different name from the cards in your graveyard. This one's okay. I think this one's like fine. I don't like that you have to discard. Like, not only does it have to trigger on normal summon, so this has to take up your normal summon after, like, it's forcing you to like want to summon this instead of going a different route, which I don't really like. And I don't like the discard. If it didn't discard, I'd like this card a lot, but I still think it has value that, like, literally, if you don't want to special summon Rooster to search a Fire Fist monster, you can just special summon this off of Horse Prince to just like get an extra Fire Formation spell or trap card, get the negate card, get whatever you want. That's why I think that's like still fine. It might just be like a one of just for situations like that, and but I think it's a fine card. It's just not amazing. Then for probably like these two are like phenomenal. So Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Elephant is a level 4 with 1000 attack, 1800 defense. If he's normal or special summoned, you can send a face-up Fire Formation spell or trap card you control to the graveyard as cost to special summon one Fire Fist monster from your hand except for himself. Okay, special summon in the hand, but that's still really good in a deck like this. You'll see, you know why. Well, we'll talk about why. You can target one Fire Formation spell or trap card in your graveyard, shuffle into the deck, then you can add a level 5 or higher Fire Fist monster from deck to hand. The reason that's so good is that the next one, Panda, is a level 5. The deck didn't really have level 5s that were any good. There are a couple, but they're like not great. Panda is now like the best one. You're probably playing 1, 2, I don't think 3, but maybe that is the best way, 3 Panda, but he's really, really good. He gets you... you send a useless Fire Formation you control to graveyard to special summon Fire Formation from hand, and then target a Fire Formation spell or trap engraved. And then I like that it's engraved too. That like you're literally sending one to get something out of hand, and then you're shuffling to get like extra value just to search an extra Fire Fist. Really, really good. He pluses you. I like it. Then Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Panda is level 5 with 2100 attack, 400 defense. So nice, decent attack there. If you activate a Fire Formation spell or trap card, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. Then you can special summon one Fire Fist monster from your graveyard, except for himself. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of this turn except Fire Fist monsters. Totally fine, not a big deal. If a Fire Fist monster or monsters you control would be destroyed by your opponent's card effect, specifically, you can send one face-up Fire Formation spell or trap card you control to the graveyard instead. So that protection effect is not too shabby. I mean, destruction by a card effect, a little specific to if it was battle or card effect, I would like that a little more. But, you know, I'm not complaining. It's an add-on anyway. The main effect is the first effect, where he special summons about pretty easily. Pretty freaking easily, and then also specials one from grave, so he's just a straight +1, and I don't know, he's just good. Like, he's just really good, and that's special summoning other ones. Like, you special summon Elephant, he special from hand. You special summon Ram, and then Ram gets you another Fire Formation straight from the deck. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of synergy. You special summon Rooster, Rooster searches you another Fire Fist monster. There's a good amount of synergy. I like Panda a lot, and he's a beat stick. Like, people sleep on like that's a thing with Fire Fist. Like, you put the Link up, you put Panda up, and maybe you put like Tiger King up, and as long as you have like 2 or 3 Fire Formations on the field, they're gonna all be like +3, +500, something like that, and you know, they're all pushing 2,000, 2,500 beat sticks, right? Don't sleep on that, right? Then we move to the exciting slash less exciting stuff. We have Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Eland. It's a ritual monster, level 6 ritual monster, 24 attack, 2000 defense. You can ritual summon this card with Fire Formation Domain, and you can discard one monster for cost to set one Fire Formation spell or trap card directly from your deck or graveyard. And then when your opponent activates a monster effect, you can send one Fire Fist or Fire Formation card you control to the graveyard, except for Eland, negate the effect. Does not destroy, but still you have a monster negate plus, keep in mind that it's first effect where you can just discard card to set a Fire Formation. We do have a just negate a spell or trap card here, so you literally could just like, if you put him on the board with one card in hand, you're just going to have a monster negate plus a spell or trap negate. That's the only like possible redeeming quality about this card, is that he does give you additional interruptions going first. But outside of that, like, I just feel like you're going to be putting in a good amount of resources, not getting a good enough amount back. It's just to me. And then we have a fusion card as well, Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Swan, a level 8 with 26-22 for its stats. He takes any 2 Beast Warriors, which is interesting, for Super Poly, should Fire Fist become a legitimate strategy, you know. But if this card is special summoned, you can inflict 200 damage to your opponent for each Fire Formation spell or trap card you control. Not going to be a ton, but that is a burn tactic, not, you know, in time or whatever. But also, during the battle phase, as a quick effect, you can send one Fire Formation spell or trap card you control to the graveyard, then target one card your opponent controls and destroy it. So, a quick effect in the battle phase to pop something, not terrible, not amazing. He burns. He's just super mediocre to me. The redeeming thing about him is he's in the extra deck, right? So you don't have to play him like you do have to play Eland in your main deck. And so it's like you're playing like a ton of bricks, but still, he's all right. He's all right. I do like Eland more though. Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Eagle. I'm not even going to go over this card. Really good. Just link to. Phenomenal link to for your archetype. Then we have a new one. Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Peacock is a link 2 with 1000 attack. Takes any 2 Fire Fist monsters specifically. And then while she points to a Fire Fist monster, your opponent's monsters cannot target this card for an attacks. And when this card declares an attack, you can send one face-up Fire Formation spell or trap card you control the graveyard. Then target one monster your opponent controls and place that opponent's monster in a zone this card points to and take control of it till the end phase, but it cannot attack. Usually what you're trying to do is you're trying to steal something, put a little more damage on them, and then link that monster away so they don't get it back. It's a nice little utility card. I'm sure it's just like a one-of. I don't think it comes up that much. You still have to use your battle phase, just take something. It still targets. It's not untargeting like Borreload. And if you can't link it away, like if you use the effect of one of the monsters that locks you into Fire Fist till the end of the turn, like, oof. Well, I guess you're stealing it, so you're not. But you'd have to be able to link it away into some kind of Fire Fist thing. It depends. Or some kind of Beast Warrior or whatever. I don't know. But it's still solid, I think. Definitely playable. And then we have some spells and traps here. We start with Fire Fortress atop Liang Peak. I'm going to say Liang. It's a field spell. This card is always treated as a Fire Formation card, which is nice. Each time a Fire Fist monster or monsters is normal or special summoned, place a Fire Fist counter on this card. Once per turn, you can remove Fire Fist counters to activate one of these effects accordingly. If you remove 2, if your Beast Warrior monster attacks this turn, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step. Not crazy. I mean, it's an alright effect, come up in very specific situations, but for the most part, not too crazy. If you remove 6, you can add any Beast Warrior monster from deck to hand, just generically. That's probably when you'd use the most. And then if you remove 10, you can special summon one Beast Warrior monster from your deck or extra deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. So 6 and 10 are the ones you're mainly looking at, 10 being the best one, but if you're not able to extend enough to put that many counters on the card, then obviously you won't be doing that, or you might have to wait 2 turns to do it. Most of the time you're probably just going to be searching a Beast Warrior monster. That's my best guess. You're probably searching like Panda or something, because he can special himself from hand, which a lot of them can't do. But it's a fine card. I think it actually might be a one-of, just because if you know like your combo is going to go through and it's going to let you get that search of your special, if you're in that situation, you know you're going to do 10, like you're just like, okay, I'm just going to get that and I'm going to get a free special at the end of my play, right? Why not? Because there's so many Fire Fist monsters that just get you a free like Fire Formation card, and this always counts as that, so nice. Then we move to Fire Formation Domain. This is our ritual card. When this card is activated, you can ritual summon one Beast Warrior or ritual monster from your hand by attributing monsters from your hand or field whose total levels equal or exceed its level. And then if this face-up card is sent from the spell and trap zone to the graveyard, you can target a Fire Fist monster in your graveyard and special summon it. That's the one like redeeming quality about the ritual and the fusion, is that the ritual spells, and fusion spell do have some recursion to them. So like you literally use Domain to get out Aland, and then Aland to negate a monster sends Domain to the graveyard, and Domain will special you a monster back, right? So one of the monsters you use to get it out, you just special it back, and it ends up being like not as much resources you put in, but it still is, because like you're not negating as soon as I don't know, it's still okay, it's still mediocre at best. And then we also have Fire Formation Ingen. When this card is activated, fusion summon a Beast Warrior fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as fusion material. Then if this face-up card on the is sent for the spell trap to go to the graveyard, target a Fire Fist monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Not as good. I feel like special summoning definitely better than adding to hand, but it is a resource back nonetheless. It's just going to be slow if you're not able to send it the same turn you're summoning that fusion monster. That's my biggest problem there. And then for one of the cards that I'm not the most excited for, but I'm happy we got a counter trap for Fire Formation, for Fire Fists. It's called Ultimate Fire Formation Sinto. When a spell or trap card is activated while you control a Fire Fist monster and a Fire Formation spell or trap card, negate the activation. If you do, destroy it. That's pretty much it. It's a hard once per turn. Nothing crazy there. I like this. I felt like the biggest thing we missed is like, I literally just wanted a Fiendish Chain as a Fire Formation card. Like literally it could just be Fiendish Chain, and then it just says like all Beast Warrior monsters you control gain 300 attack. 100% would be okay with that. It's super easy to get access to. It's a monster negate. We have a monster negate in the form of the ritual, but nothing else other than that. And Sinto negates spells and traps. It also requires a decent amount. You have to have a Fire Fist monster and a face-up Fire Formation spell or trap card, which kind of adds toughness to being able to resolve this. I still think it's fine. I still think it's just a free negate you get off like part of your like most of your combos. And while it does take that, like it's not super hard to get there. I think it's fine. It's a disruption. I wish we had a better built-in monster negate than Aland, but I still think Panda, Elephant, and Ram are solid. Obviously, Eagle and Peacock are solid. The field spell is a solid one of, and this card is really nice as well. The deck is definitely way better than it was. I think the engine is stronger. I think the boards you end on are more threatening. We can still play Solemns and stuff. We still have ways, to really like apply defensive pressure to your opponent in terms of interruptions. But still, I would have still loved to see that Fiendish Chain card. That was like my dream like trap card that they could get, but we don't have it here. But I don't think the deck is bad. I think the deck is actually still going to be pretty solid. I don't know about tier 1. I think tier 1 is probably pushing it. I don't think the deck puts up enough of its like own interruptions that are that crazy strong consistently enough to make the deck tier 1, but I do see it being like a legit tier 2 option, like a rogue option. I'm definitely going to be playing around with this deck, seeing if I can make it good. We're also getting some solid reprints: Gorilla, Bear, Spirit, Rooster. I do like the upgrade to Spirit. That's really nice. Cardinal, Tiger King, all really nice. Tenki, Tensu is a really nice reprint. Yoko. The one thing I think we're missing here is Dragon. I think when it got announced that Dragon is not getting a reprint, his price went up to like $25. Don't buy him for $25, guys. He might be solid on the deck, but he's not $25 worth. I would just wait him out and let him drop down a little bit, but that's pretty much it for the Fire Fist stuff, guys. I'm really excited. I still think the deck will be solid, even though some of the stuff whiffed. I think the ritual is better. The ritual monster and ritual spell are better than I thought. I'm not happy about the fusion. I think the fusion is like completely useless. I don't think anybody's going to be playing Ingen and Swan. I just don't see the reason for it. And then like we already know Eagle, Peacock, and then all the other cards are like pretty solid. So hopefully the deck does, meets my expectations for tier 2.5, tier 2 type stuff. Rogue level is what I call it. And hopefully if you're a fan of Fire Fist 2, they reach that level for you as well. But I'm going to get the hell out of here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more stuff from me in the future, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, of course. And shout out to Chris, again, for making that news video. promptly for me to help get that out to you guys without making you wait half a week just to, hear about the Fire Fist stuff. So shout out to him. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.